Well, Jason, the computer says that it is showtime, so we are officially live. Welcome, everybody, to Throw It Thursday. We're coming to you here from Pureit Pro Shop in Ephrata, PA, as usual. And tonight, not quite as big of a crowd as we had last week, but we're here tonight to throw some shots down the lane with the brand new Brunswick Melee Jab Blood Red. I'm joined tonight by the gentle giant himself, Jason Jeffries. As you know, you've seen Jason on a couple of our other broadcasts, and he is joining us here and using one of the demo balls. And you're definitely going to see two distinct different styles here because Jason's going to kind of get in and really curve it. And I'm going to do my best to stay right and throw it up the lane a little bit more just to kind of give two different complete pictures of what this ball is capable of doing. So, as always, we always like to go on here, do a little of the tech stuff, like we kind of talked about it on Tuesday. If you missed out on that one, we were joined by Jason Sterner this week. Flash came on to the broadcast. We talked a little bit about the ball, bowling in general, and some really good stuff on physical and mental game. So if you haven't watched that, go back and take a look at that as well. So the ball itself. So the Blood Red's intention was a direct replacement for the popular Melee Jab SE. As you remember, and if you don't, the SE was released and was part of a distributor special where shops would only get so many of these balls based on how much product they bought. They would get one with their deliveries. So it wasn't available to the general public, and it was so popular and sought after, Brunswick knew they had to come back and replicate the ball. So here we go. We got the Blood Red. So the Blood Red has that exact same Savvy Hook 2.0 Pearl cover stock that you saw in the SE. It has that proven core and the Melee core. I've been a big fan of the Melee core all the way back to the original Red Melee that came out. 2487 with a diff of 050. This ball does have dynamic core, so it does have the little extra inertia behind it, and comes with that 2-year warranty, which is the same for all the brands of Brunswick balls across the board. So I definitely wanted to get my hands on this one as quickly as I could because I was such a huge fan of the Melee Jab SE. So we're going to get the test drive this one. So we usually get the same questions at the beginning. So testers, Jason and myself, we are throwing box finish on both of these balls. The demo ball that Jason is throwing has Jason, what do you think? Probably has about maybe 7 or 8 games on it total now between all the testers. Mine has about 15 to 20 games on it, and it's still pretty fresh. I threw it on some lower volume patterns. It didn't get chewed up too bad. Haven't thrown it here much on the wood. But again, once I get up here to throw some shots, I'm going to try to stay to the right a little bit, kind of get up the back of it a little bit more and give you a different look. So I'm going to get up and throw a couple shots here soon, but just kind of leading off, we have our troll from, looks like Las Vegas checking in. What's going on, Mousy?
Mouse is in the house.
Mouse is back in the house. He's, this one helped me do the strikes. Bradley, you're going to need a lot more help than a ball. But the good news for you is you live in a city where there's some of the best coaches available. So maybe go and talk to either JP or Freiberg. I think they can hook you up over there, my friend. But let's have Jason's going to throw another shot here. Then I'm going to jump on and see what I can do with it. But again, you can see Jason's already he's sliding into probably almost 40 at this point, and he's really giving it away. The pattern is 44 feet. It is right around 27 mils. We bowled for about a half hour before we went live here, just because we had to. We wanted to make sure we could showcase us the best of the abilities. This ball for myself and or Jason is going to be a ball we probably go to when we start to open our angles up a little more, and not so much as the fresh. So we wanted to break down the frontal lane a little bit and really showcase what this thing can do. So I'm going to go throw a shot now because last week they made me throw a shot after 25 minutes and it didn't go so well. I mean, I got 9, but it didn't feel very good. So I'm going to try to stay a little loose here. Jason, you can take over, man. Talk to the crowd. Let them know what you're seeing out of the ball so far and what your first impressions are.
Mouse is in the house, baby. Now, first ball, let's see here with this ball. It's a big symmetric pearl. It does have a low RG though, so it's going to create that smoother shape. But we're seeing here from the pearl cover stock a really clean action. And it's really retaining energy, and it's just really coming hard off the spot. And if you can get into this spot, it's just going to drive through the pins continuously. Just doesn't stop hooking. This ball here for me would be a step down when I go to break down and open up the lanes. I need something with a little more angle. This is going to be something I'm going to go with.
We got the first one off the hand there, so let's try to throw a good one.
All right, Jeff, knock the dust off.
Knock the dust off. We're going to try to go a little straighter. I don't know if they can hear me. I might probably turn down a little bit.
Jeff's going to try to play a little straighter tonight. Give you two different perspectives.
Wow. Still came off it hard. Quite hard. We'll get a good one in here, though. So as Jason was saying, I mean, the whole intention for me kind of jumping right here is I don't want, to do a whole broadcast where you're just seeing two guys that are in banging on it coast to coast, making it look like a one-dimensional ball, which it's not. On camera, I threw a lot of really good ones out here.
You did throw a lot of good ones.
A lot of really good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely see we are bowling on 75-year-old wood here. So with this big symmetrical and the pearl, it really retains, and it's seeing the lane bed quite a bit, and it's coming off.
Those weren't very good.
And it's coming off the spot super hard. Seeing that friction very hard.
Can't let it go all of a sudden. I'm ready to get roasted after those two shots. Ready to be roasted. Those were not my best work, that's for sure.
That was a better shot. Yeah. Jeff, you're getting the joints oiled up there.
Yeah, we got to get them lubricated. Once you get up into your 40s here, you got to get a couple off of the hand there first.
Yeah, the rigor mortis sets in after 10 minutes.
Yeah. Not as many viewers as normal here to start out the night, but for those of you that are on, go ahead and fire away on those questions, and we'd be sure to answer any questions you may have on the ball, anything when it comes down to comparisons, anything along those lines at all. We're showing you a lot right now, guys, huh? We're showing you how to missleft.com at the moment. But again, I wish we would have taped the session we just had for about a half hour where we struck for 40 minutes straight. But you better strike now. It looks like Ashley's on, so you're on there.
This is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure. You got all eyes on you now, my friend.
This is sleep on the couch or sleep upstairs tonight.
Yeah. Bradley, I know you're trolling around here, bud, but hopefully you're doing a little bowling out there in Vegas on top of working there, pal. Yeah, she's crying her eyes out now, so we missing balls.
Yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't we have a ball call while I'm up front here, right?
Yeah.
This yours?
Yeah, you got yours.
Shoot. I think I just heard it. It's coming.
There it is.
I scared it. All right, well, you're going to have to, I'm icing Jason a little. the one being nice, and I'm the one playing where I don't play very often.
There we go. That was a great shot. Great shot. Split the 8-9 there.
Gave you a much better one to look at there. Ashley said you don't have a couch currently, so
No, Jeff has 8.
yeah, I have 8 or 9 here at the center if you want me to send one home with him. But that last shot there, that was actually, I finally got that one off my hand really good. Again, I'm sliding into right around 17, 18, getting that ball got to about 3-4. I am backing my hand out of it, trying to go a little more forward with it, just to show you that the, for a style player that's a little more forward rolling, no problem getting through the front of the lane, even on old wood here. What is the difference between the original red melee and the blood red? Gary, the biggest one on that is solid with polish on it versus a pearl. So same core, same numbers, different cover stock. I think the original melee, and I'd have to go back and double check myself, I think that was the original Savvy hook, whereas this one is obviously the Savvy hook 2.0 in the pearl version. I might have to double check myself. There's been a few melees over time. I know the Savvy hook was definitely in the blue one. Melee cross, a couple in that line there, but I'd have to double check myself on that one. What ball do you think most relates to outside of the melee line? And Chelsea, if you're asking through the brands of Brunswick, right now I would say one that was actually just announced that should be pretty close to this is the Pandemonium from Radical. I think we're going to see a lot of similar characteristics from that ball. I would say if you go into some of the other lines when you're looking for that kind of that really clean cover, big booming, sideways motion down lane, a Columbia Outlook. And again, it's not that the numbers are identical by any means, but just going off of pure shape and what the cover stock does in relationship to what it's doing when it sees friction. So I think those would be two of the best on descriptions that I could go with. Like I said, I was a big fan of the purple one. They were, released and supposed to be the same ball. They're obviously different colors, and I'm going to tell you flat out, when I compare the two, the purple one's definitely a little cleaner for me. When it sees friction, it may be a little quicker, but the red one is a tad earlier for me. But just overall, it feels like it's a little more meaty in the mid lane than the original. Good questions there. What else you got for me? That looked like a good one there. Wow, you really good. What'd you slide into there, Jason? About 42? ran out of room. So, Carrie, I'm doing my best to throw it kind of like you. I'm not very good at it. You're way better at playing up the lane, but I'm doing my best impersonation to give you a different look. And that one I touched the holes on a little bit. Not quite as good. For me, when I'm playing that far right, I really gotta make sure I get up the back of the ball. If I touch the holes at all, it's going to go left. Can't get in there and in big boy lines like Jason.
I'm just naturally that wide, Jeff.
Jason, if any other questions come through there, man, feel free to answer them.
All right, will do.
All right, see if we can't get a really good one here. That's pretty good.
That wasn't Kerry Smith, but it was all right.
What wasn't Kerry Smith, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's right.
So, again, really backing my hand out of that, but you can see it. If you're a player that likes to go up the lane a little bit more. The ball has plenty of power down lane, even for somebody that's very forward. You don't have to have the super rev rate or feel like you got to get your hand around the ball like crazy. It has tons of motion down lane. Really, really impressed with this release, to be honest with you. And we're always as honest as we can be. We'll tell you, when and where we think it has its best use. But some of the lower rev players, you may like this right out of the box in game one. Hey, Jason tried to go in front of the ball return. Didn't quite feed that one quite as much. But he continues to chase it, and the ball really hasn't quit yet, which is pretty amazing. Good questions there. We were up to about 40 people. Now we have a couple fanning off here. We're getting to about the 15, 60-minute mark. Usually we go about 20 minutes, so fire away those additional questions you may have, and we'll do our best to answer you with your questions. That's got to push. And she's got some down lane motion to her. I've been playing up the lane so long, I'm too scared to move in there and try to throw one for you. Talk about having to change a light switch. So I'm gonna try to move even a little further right here. See if I can't really back my hand out of it. Try to get a really flat up the back release here. Get it to go a little more end over end. So I'm going another 3 right, Jason.
Jeff's going 3 right here. I'll try to play a little straighter on this shot. Good. I laid off.
Get the hand out of it.
Yeah.
Kind of, fire it away. So if you're a little speed dominant, lower rev rate, you can see that ball. It still read the back of the lane. That ball still stood up as much as I got my hand straight up the back of it.
Jason Boyer, flip for lefty do.
Boyer, just play 10-5, pal. We all know Jason doesn't play 10-5. Jason likes to get in and bang on a little bit. But again, that one there, another release trying to, just show you a different look at that. That was very, very up the back. When I looked down at the ball after I threw it, my track circumference almost hit the fingers and the thumb. So really changed the ball roll. I don't even think we have the function to flip it to lefty view. We probably do, and I don't know how to use it. I'm pretty tech savvy, but I don't see a button that says flip to left-handed because it's not a bowling program. So, all right, gang, we're at about 18:50 here. Like I said, we usually go to about 20 minutes. So that's we'll have Jason throw 1 or 2 more shots here. I'll answer any last questions you may have. As always, we really enjoy bringing these to you. Hopefully they're educational and they come across and kind of give you the look of what you want to see. If there's any ball you want us to review that you'd like to see, obviously we've had even some more announcements of releases that are exciting coming to us. There's a really, really good one there. So, we can't wait to throw those as well. All right, Jason, I'm going to throw one more here. Any last questions for Jason? He's going to hop on here. I'm going to try one more really up the back of it here. See if we can get that kind of the high hard one, if you will. All right. Try to go with that speed dominant with very little hand.
All right, Kerry, make a good shot here.
This is my Kerry Smith. I can't throw it down here.
Yeah.
He throws it way better than me now. We'll try it. Try to throw a good one. That was really good off my hand.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot.
I liked it, but that's all I got. 25 to 8 is more your comfort zone, yes. Gary, ask one more question. Where does this fit between the red melee, teal melee, purple melee? Wow, that's a loaded question. So out of all of them, I mean, obviously this being the pearl version, this is the longest out of all of them, and it is the most angular off the back end of the pattern. So quickest response to friction out of any of the melee series. Also the absolute cleanest one. Now, again, like I said, the purple and the red, supposed to be one opposite of each other. I do have the purple one maybe a little cleaner. I think I have my purple one right here, so maybe I will lie to you and throw one more. Maybe I'll try to puck one from the right here with a purple one. See if we can get that to lay off. That last one I just threw was really, really pretty good off my hand and very forward. Hey, Mike, what's up, man? All right, one more with the purple one, Jason, and we'll cut it off. So
sounds good.
This one has about, 1 million games on it. Same layout. So it's definitely not going to be as responsive as the red one regardless. It just has a ton of games, a ton of oil in it. But let me see what we can do here. Nope. Never got it to the right.
That's as close as flip to lefty view we're going to get.
That's the closest one. All right, gang, I am gassed. It's hard going back and forth while we're bowling and talking in here. But a lot of good questions came through tonight. So continue to join us. Next week, we're not 100% sure what we're doing yet, but we may do a big ball again, thinking maybe at a Columbia Authority solid. But we'll finalize that over the next day or so. We'll announce it ahead of time along with who we're going to have on for Meet the Staff next week, who we're going to have on our session for Talk About It Tuesday, and then who's going to be throwing it down the lane on Thursday. But, okay, that's going to be it for tonight. As always, thanks for joining us. Support bowling, support your pro shops, and definitely buy the brands of Brunswick. Good night, everybody.